And we are live stream, so we get to go. All right. Well, hey, everybody. My name is Harlequin Murray. I am your co-host this evening, as I am every Monday evening. And this is the Zoom for Team Win. Everybody on here usually is from Ellen's team. We do have occasional guests that come in. We do open this up to other people. But anyways, if this is your first time joining us, welcome. We're excited that you're here and happy to see you and would love to get a chance to get to know you. But for those of you who don't know Ellen, she is a longtime friend of mine. I've known her for almost 20 years now. Can't believe that hardly. But anyways, just a little bit about her background. She is originally from Dallas, Georgia, not Texas. It's just outside of Atlanta, and she grew up on her family's farm, and she lives on that property today. So she's a longtime resident. But anyways, just a bit about her background. She worked in the restaurant industry for many, many years, worked for Domino's, managed most of their locations in the state of Georgia, was a training manager with them, and then she went on to open up her own pizza restaurant. Not a Domino's, it was her own, but she had a couple of different locations. So she knows what it's like to be a business owner. As a matter of fact, she still owns a limousine company and an insurance company today, in addition to her DAC business. But she has been in the restaurant or in the network marketing industry for many years as well. That's how I initially met her. And she was the national training director for the company that we were with. So, anyways, she's got a ton of information and experience that she can pass on to us. So, without further ado, Miss Ellen, go ahead and take it away.
Thanks, Harlequin. Appreciate that. Welcome, everybody. Glad you guys are here. Harlequin, thanks for always being here each week. And, Harlequin and one of her teammates, Bob Amato, were really responsible for me starting these weekly meetings back in 2001, where COVID had hit and I needed to do something different. I had downtime completely. Travel industry was shut down entirely with my limousine business. And I thought now is the perfect time to start focusing on DAC. So we all huddled up and decided that a weekly team Zoom would be a good start. We've been doing that ever since. And, sometimes we have a huge turnout. A lot of people watch this on replay and several of you show up consistently every week. So whether you're here live, whether you're watching the replay, or whether you're telling someone on your team to be here, thank you. We appreciate the support for your own business because that's really what it's all about. This meeting is just an opportunity for you guys to get questions answered if you can't be there during the Zooms during the week on the corporate Zooms Monday through Wednesday, and then on Friday, the 11:30 Eastern time Zooms. Try to do these at night so that you have an opportunity to chime in live. So tonight, I want you to light up the chat. If you guys have gone through the LMS certification and have gotten certified, I want to see you do some reactions. Go down to the react button and let's see some stars, some celebrations, whatever you got going on. I see Charita is celebrating. Congratulations there. I've gotten my certification. Guys, it is a great program and it really makes you think. No matter how long you've been around, I've been here for 7 years and I had to go back and revisit some of the questions. I'm going, okay, now the way that is worded, which one of these answers is the correct answer? So it's challenging, but it's great tutorial for those of us that are just getting started. Carlene certified, yes, congratulations. Um, Lisa's waiting on the password. Ray, hello. Hi, everyone. So, yeah, if you're certified, give us a thumbs up there in the chat. We should have a whole group of you all certified by now if you've gotten that invitation. Now, I know only those of us that participated in the beta got off on that first round, and then they started sending out invitations to existing reps. But here's the big piece. Every time you sign up a new agent, that new agent is now getting a welcome email that directs them over to the LMS training. Okay. There is a link in the agent in your back office that says LMS training on your dashboard. You do have to have that invitation to be able to get in, to be invited. So that will be the password that we're waiting on. But it's a great program. So we just want to get you guys thinking about that. Make sure everybody is looking for that. Then once you get it, don't drag your feet. It says it takes about 3 hours. I finished it in less than 2 hours. I played all of the video at 1.5 speed so that it sped up David talking a little bit, and I was able to move through it faster. You can always pause, rewind. If you miss something, you can go back and retake the test. So you can go through that if you know the answers. Now, if you're brand new, I don't encourage you to speed it up and go through it. But for those of us that have been around a while, you can speed up the playback speed of the videos. All right. So,
Ellen,
yep,
if I can interrupt for 1 second, one, for Lisa waiting on the password, I thought that everybody had been added. So we need to clarify that with David tomorrow. Um, but the other thing is, for those people who are new, like you said, don't go 1.5 speed, but I would take notes as
definitely.
you're going through it.
Harlequin, did you finish your certification?
I have not.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I've started it, but as you know, I've been getting really bad headaches and it I just can't concentrate sometimes. So yeah.
I'm
But
sorry. I thought you had completed that. I know
no,
you've been having headaches,
unfortunately.
so. Okay, so yes, take notes, but on the password, we talked about that last week in your conversation with Tyler. Um, he was
I
he
thought
was
they were
sending
all
it out
I
in
thought it had been
troves.
sent out to everybody. The other
Yeah.
thing is this afternoon, on your dashboard, it tells you if you are certified or not.
Oh, that's an update. I haven't seen that.
Yes, it is an update.
Let's go look. Hang on a minute. Engaged. Oh, awesome. Yeah. Okay, I'll show that. All right, let me get us into screen share mode. And I'm going to go through what I do each week, which is going through our top recruiters, and then we'll take a look at where you find that in your back office. Okay. So DAC, I got so excited when I first saw DAC, and I'm as excited today as I was when I first got started. You know, when I saw the opportunity to start with DAC as an independent broker, working from home, where I could earn a full-time income on a part-time basis, with no investment required, all the website systems and training provided. And I was hearing the story of how my enrollers earned over $4,000 commission because they had helped a business owner get about $100,000. I was super tuned in to what they were doing, right? I saw them sharing their story on Facebook, sharing their story about how they had helped a local business owner, and in return, they got a nice commission. I wanted to know more. And the first time I saw David Rutz presenting this opportunity, very similar to the presentation that we have on our partner page today, I was hooked because as Harlequin did my intro, guys, I've been a business owner. I was that pizza restaurateur. And when I was expanding from one location to a second location, I found out real quickly that I had already maxed out what the bank would loan me on my first location. They would loan me part of what I needed to open that second location, but the rest of it I had to borrow from friends or family, and I cleaned out my 401k. So, had there been an alternative funding industry back then, it would have changed my whole financial future because I wouldn't have drained out my 401k, right? And never put the money back, which happens to be the case. So, I was hooked on the need for what we have, and the need is even greater today than it was 7 years ago when I first got started with DAC. So The beauty of our business is that you get to choose your path to success. You can start out as a solo agent, just marketing services on your own, marketing funding on your own, or you can become a team builder. And in team building, you can recruit a few people. Those people are going to get pushed into the LMS training system that we're talking about tonight. So they're automatically going to be pushed into that. They're automatically pushed into that support system. And it really makes our job easy as team builders, because now we've got a simplified training process to encourage people to go through, get the training that they need, become certified so that they know what they're talking about. And for those of you that are like me or like Harlequin and really want to take advantage of the marketplace and be able to build huge teams nationwide, you can become a market leader. That simply takes on a life of its own if you start out by being a team builder and inviting a few people to join your team. Guys, when I first got started, the day that I signed up, I also reached out to a friend of mine who had just asked me to like his Facebook page a couple of hours earlier through Facebook Messenger, right? He had created a business page, sent me a link asking me to like the page. And then I saw the DAC opportunity. I'd already clicked on his page and kind of looked around, but I didn't like it yet. I saw it was business services. And then after I saw DAC, I'm going back, oh, I need to tell Glenn about this. So I went back and I really looked over his page and I saw that he was in the B2B space. And I immediately liked his page and I sent him a message and I said, hey, Glenn, you requested that I like your business page. I did, and looks like you've got some great services. In fact, I just ran across an opportunity that might be a good add-on to what you're currently doing if you're open to taking a look. Something on those lines, right? So I made it the same conversation. I sent him that message. In a couple of minutes, he responded and he said, sure, what you got? I sent him a link over to the business presentation on my website, my partner page. I said, when can you take a look at this? He said, I've got some time now. About 30 minutes later, he called me on the phone asking me questions. And I was brand new. I didn't know the answers, but I said, hey, those are great questions. Let me get somebody on the phone that can help you. So then I moved into doing three-way call, which we don't talk about enough, but I moved into me being brand new, being honest and telling him, hey, I'm brand new. I don't know the answers, but let me get somebody who can answer those questions. Hold on a minute. I called my upline. They got on the phone with him. They started answering questions. They were pretty new. He had questions that they didn't know the answer to, and they said, hang on, let's get someone else on the line. They got their upline on the line. She started answering questions, and then he was really drilling down deep. Before it was all said and done, we ended up with David Rutz on a call with us before the day was out. And I remember David was driving, talking to us from his car, and I still have the notes from that conversation telling the background of David Allen Capital, because I am a big believer in having a 3-ring binder with loose leaf notebook paper so you can go in and you can move those notes around and put them into different categories. I've still got those notes today. As Harlequin said, if you're taking that LMS training, you need to be taking notes and keep that information for future reference, okay? So that's how I got started. I brought Glenn along, and before my first 30 days was up, I had about 300 people on my team. So back to my statement of how to become a market leader, sometimes it can start with just recruiting one person, which that one person led me to about 300 people exploding my DAC business from one invitation, okay? That could be you, but it will not be you unless you're putting the word out that you're looking for business partners and leaders here. So whichever role fits your path, bless you, God bless you. But I encourage you, don't feel like you need to have success on your own. Don't feel like you need to have a funding client before you start talking to people about the opportunity. So the folks in the team who really get it, that they need to be recruiting this past week's top recruiters, you had to have 2 or more recruits to be listed on the board by name. Many of us had 1 agent recruited, so we didn't make it to the leaderboard. But in first place, out of the gates, wide open with 7 new enrollments, is Pam Warnock of DAC Funding Solutions. Congratulations, Pam. Glad to see you on the top of the list. She was in second place last week. In the second spot, we have Tom. Tom, forgive me. I'm going to say Alton. Hopefully, that is the correct pronunciation. I know you and I have been back and forth on emails. So I hope I got your name right. Tom had 3 new recruits for the week. So congratulations, Tom. In third place, we had Ben Randalls with 2 new recruits. So congratulations to Ben. Ben continuously leads the top leaders there each and every single week. So the purpose of this is if you're building a team, you and your team turns into a money-making machine. Remember, you earn about 4% of whatever the funded amount is. So let's say that you find a client that gets $80,000, you're going to make about 3,200 in personal commissions. But if someone on your team that you personally recruit does that, they're going to earn the $3,200 and you're going to earn a minimum of 10% match, which is $320. But you could earn up to a 50% match of $1,600. So how many agents do you want that are producing clients and helping business owners get funded? And how much override would you like to make? That's just doing the math and simple multiplication there. Now, back to what we were talking about on the certification. I'm going to go over here and hopefully you can see I'm logged into my training dashboard here. And I say training, this is not my personal DAC back office. As you can see, I've got no brokers, personal customers, no commissions or anything. This is just a training site that I've had for 2 or 3 years. But Harlequin says this top line shows whether you're certified or not. So I challenge you, if certified is lit up in red in your back office and you have not gotten certified yet, let's turn that red to blue before the week is out. It'll only take you a couple hours or so to go through it, and then you'll have a certificate that you can boldly post on your personal um, Facebook, social media pages. I know I did that. I posted mine, and I had a lot of people saying, congratulations, comments like, hey, now you're more well equipped to help your local business community. So do that. It's a conversation starter to help you find business clients as well as helping you find people that are interested in becoming a broker and going, hey, how do I do that? Okay. So that's how that works. I'm going to go off of screen share here, talk real quickly about today's leadership Zoom. Guys, if you did not see that, I really encourage you to go back and watch the replay on dacyoutube.com. David did a great job talking about canvassing your local market and partnering up with another agent or 2 or 3 or 4, at least going out by 2s. And what I would recommend is instead of you looking for other business or DAC brokers that are in your neighborhood, go recruit someone. That way, when you're out working with them together, every bit of your efforts could potentially pay back to you in override. So go recruit someone. Don't look for someone that's already in DAC. You go be the leader. You go recruit someone new, and you guys go follow the training and simply go out and start knocking on doors, walking in to centers and introducing yourself, following the scripts. Hey, you don't know me directly, or I was just next door getting a cup of coffee, wanted to stop in and introduce myself. We're out introducing ourselves today. We're business funding. We want to make sure that you know that our services exist in the event you need funding and your bank can't help you. We're your best go-to solution. That type of scripting is available in the training as well as in the back office, and it really is that simple. And going out 2 at a time instead of you trying to get going on your own is going to be much more productive. Okay, we like to keep these calls short and sweet. Any questions or comments before we wrap up, or something that you'd like to say in addition to that, Harlequin? I see Ray's got a hand up. I'm going to ask Ray to unmute. Hey, Ray, how are you?
Hey, Alan, how you doing?
Good, thank you.
Well, I wanted to first say congrats to everybody, to DAC fam who got certified. I logged into mine today. I had gotten an email last week, so I've only did like the first portion of it, the welcome part. And I will say I'm pretty impressed on how everything's set up. I like the fact that if you, because I think I got one the first part I did 100%, and then one of them I did like 80. But I like the fact that you can see which ones you did correct and which ones you did incorrect. So I do like that. So that's all I wanted to say, pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah. And you can go back. All of them you can pass with an 80%, but if you don't get 100, I challenge you to go back through, see what you missed, retake that test until you get 100 on it, because it'll let you take it over and over again. Now, when you get down to the policies and procedures, you've got to get 100 on that section of the test, or it won't let you complete your certification. But all the other modules, you can pass them with 80%.
Okay. Yeah.
So good stuff, Ray. Glad that you're working on that.
Thank you.
Thank you for your comments.
You're welcome.
All right. Anybody else tonight? Anybody else? Okay, tomorrow, what is tomorrow? Tomorrow's Team Building Tuesday. So we've got at 11:30, David's going to do some team building training. And then tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m., we'll have a business opportunity overview. We'll do that again on Thursday. And this is the last 2 weeks that we're doing a Tuesday and Thursday evening presentation. Going into the next month, we're not going to be doing those twice a week. We're going to go to probably a once a month meeting. He has said that, but this week let's pack the house. Tuesday, Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. DACzoom.com. It's a great opportunity for you to invite some people. There's some great things on the way with the presentations, and we're just doing so much recruiting right now through the website that doing a live presentation, we're not showing the numbers that David had hoped we would in those. The presentation on the website is actually more convenient for most people, and most of our recruiting is coming through that. So we're just not going to waste everybody's time and energy doing the live meetings if they're not going to be more effective. So that's where we are. Anything else, Harlequin?
No, just keep an eye, if you haven't seen the email for to sign up for the certification, do a search in your email for support@davidallencapital.com, because if you do an actual search in your email, it will pull it up even if it's in your spam or your promotions folder or whatever folder it's in. And or you can do a search for LMS and it
Yeah, or
should
you
pull
can do
that up.
the support at David Allen Capital search, and then as you're looking through those emails, LMS is going to be in the subject line of that email that you're looking for. Good tip. Okay,
Yeah, and
excellent.
Lisa, I would double check that to see.
Hi, thank you so much for that. I have been searching LMS and support as well, which is I did get it to log in, but again, I didn't have a password. So, and my password for my back office didn't work. So I requested a password because,
No,
I didn't know
you
what
have to
else.
Yeah, they're
set up a
different.
separate password.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
didn't
different.
give me that app. Well, mine didn't show where it's like create a new account or anything like that. It just said username and password and
Yeah,
nothing.
to get started on the LMS, you get an invitation email that says go set up your LMS account. That's going to be the beginning of it. And if you've not received that email yet, then you weren't invited to do that, because it'll tell you go, here's your username, which is your ID number, okay, your agent ID number, and then it prompts you to create a password on that first setup step.
It gave me, I'll have to relook at it because it's been a few days. Like I said, I'm thinking I'm waiting on a password. So maybe I wasn't invited.
Yeah, so go see if you got that invitation email. If you didn't, then just be patient and wait on that. If you did get the invitation email and you went in and had problems getting that set up, then go through your back office, Lisa, and do contact support on the left side of the menu there. Send them a support ticket and they'll get back with you on that, getting
Oh,
you set up on that. Okay?
all right. Thank you.
All right, you bet. Thank you. Okay, everybody. Thanks so much for coming out tonight. See you guys tomorrow on one of two of our live Zooms, or hopefully both of them. Okay? Take care, everyone. Have a blessed evening.